Hello and welcome to the Girls Gone Wise podcast. My name is Jill.
And I'm Rosine.
And we're best friends. And we're creating this podcast for all the wisdom that we have gained over the last number of years.
And the mistakes that we made.
And the mistakes so that you don't have to make them. So it's basically two girls, too much wisdom, and sharing all the hard truths that we wish we knew earlier. So today we're going to talk about sisterhood, friendship, and how we've created such a solid friendship over a decade. I don't know how many years.
11 years?
Probably 11 years. Yeah.
And how
crazy, bonkers.
It affected both of our lives in a positive way. Many positive ways, yeah.
And how it's rare.
Very. And I think the moment you realize how important it is, though, nothing is more important than keeping it and like nurturing it and sustaining it. Because I think it helped both of us in our lives, in 100%. Other areas of our lives.
To have that, it's like that
anchor.
That person that even if you're across the world, like they will literally pick up and take a flight if you need them. So.
And you can say no to people. You know how many times I've said no to a guy because he was giving me a hard time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go cry to Jill about it.
Okay, so I can go into this. So why women betray women is kind of our first note, and so many women betray other women for a dude. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
I've never betrayed you for a dude.
No, you've never betrayed me. You've done the opposite. When everybody did that, you did the opposite with we're not going to mention names.
No, we're never.
On my birthday several years ago.
Don't be scared, guys. If you know us, if you had a history with us in our lives, we're not going to mention your name. So.
It's okay. Okay, so at my birthday years ago, that person, probably like 7 years ago, very attractive man. Anyways, he was literally like,
it's funny, I don't know who you're talking about right now. Let me think.
You don't?
Oh, I know. Now I know. I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
Very, very attractive guy.
Very
charming, very nice person. Yeah.
And of course, tries to hit on Regine because he's absolutely gorgeous. And he's like, all these other girls, my friends, are hitting on him. And I was like, I'm seeing this dude. What's going on? And she was literally the only one that was like, no, thank you, sir.
And I was single at the time.
You were single at the time. Yeah. That happened with somebody else too, which red pantsuit situation too.
Yeah. Cryptic, very cryptic.
But let's talk about this because none of those other women are in my life.
Yeah.
You've been in my life.
And they're lost because what did they get out of it? 1 week of talking to a guy who just pick them for use them.
Yeah, literally. So, and I see this happen over and over and over again, like in humanity. It's like women will just betray other women for a dude, like a short hookup, or like in hopes of a relationship.
Or attention. It doesn't even have to be sexual.
Attention.
A lot of times it's not even sexual. It's just like attention. It's like, it's a toxic kind of competition.
Okay. We got to talk. Okay. Can I say something quick?
Yes.
I was literally on the phone with a friend last night, and she was talking about another woman that's not in her life because her friend tried to text and hit on, sexually text her partner of multiple decades. And he was like, we're cutting her out. And it's so interesting because the women who do this, they don't have long-term friends. And then they're wondering why the dudes don't even they're chasing the dude, and the dude never claims
respects them. Yeah. Because they have too much time for them, and they're too lonely because they don't have that female tribe or support system behind them. So because you need to have other people in order to be able to say to certain opportunities in life. Imagine, I'm going to use an analogy. Imagine if you have a job, your boss is quite abusive or manipulative, but you don't have any other opportunity in life. You don't have a resume, you don't have any experience. Then you have to take that because you don't have any other options.
There's no sovereignty.
If you don't have any solid female support system, then your only access or opportunity in the world is through romantic partnership. And if the man you're with or you're entertaining is not the right energy or right fit for you,
or doesn't treat you well, or is abusive,
then it's harder to say no, because then you're isolating yourself. And I feel like a lot of women do that because they're chasing. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not, like, just my personal observation. I've noticed that a lot of women value their female friendships less than men value their friendships with men. Like a lot of times, men are less likely to betray or sabotage their friendships with their friends. And I've noticed that men usually on average have more long-term friends because women are very it's easier for women to they sometimes they don't value their friendship as much, but it's a short-term gain, long-term loss kind of situation. Because I've never seen a woman who betrays another woman for a short-term social status or romantic gain succeed in the long term.
I have not either. Can we even talk about what's your perspective, because you've such a beautiful, powerful perspective on this, on when a woman does not have that solid female friend group, what happens with men? Like, what is that more attractive in your experience to men, or less attractive?
Again, my personal opinion,
I agree with you.
It's kind of like you know how animals, when they travel in a herd, it's harder for the lion to actually attack them or chase them, because they have a support system. But the moment they're isolated, or they're tagged, or they have, like, you know, they stand out in a way that shows how lonely they are and how vulnerable they are, they attract the wrong kind of predator. And like in real life, it's the wrong kind of attention. So not only you're more vulnerable, but also the man who has that kind of toxic personality would like pick you out of like however many women he has access to, because he's like, okay, she's vulnerable. If I manipulate her, if I gaslight her, if I abuse her, I can literally gaslight her into thinking it's normal, because she doesn't have a point of reference. She can't just call her best friend who has the best intention in her heart for her to talk to. There has been many moments in my life where I had mixed feelings about a situation. It doesn't even have to be like a relationship with a guy. It can be work relationships. It can be just regular friendships. But I had some core group of girls that I've known for over like 10 years, like 2-digit number. Like, it's not like someone I just met. Obviously, you don't want to trust everybody. But I called them and I just had this like feeling in my heart that they're gonna tell me what's the best thing for me. Kind of like a mother, but more in your age group, so they understand what's going on, like the current culture, the current lifestyle, and just like knowing that, like, just I can fully trust the fact that if they say, because when you're in it, you don't understand it, because it's that's why it's foggy. That's why narcissism works and gaslighting works, because like when you're in it, you don't feel it. But if you have someone that can tell you what's going on and you fully trust them, because over and over and over again they've shown up in your life and have done great things for you, then you can say no, even when you don't know why, you don't even fully comprehend or understand why that situation or that person is not right for you.
Can I share an example? A real tangible example? It's
she has like more interesting stories, by the way. She's single. Love her. I live vicariously through her stories. I'm the boring one.
So I was seeing somebody a while ago. As soon as I got your perspective and your partner's perspective, I like snapped out of this like fog and spell and saw who he truly was. And then I was like, this is over. But if I didn't have that, how long could I have stayed in that? You know,
and he could have used you.
Well, he did.
Yeah, no, for longer, for much longer time.
But much longer. It was
so
like
it's very important that we didn't betray each other for 11 years, and now we have that kind of bond.
Exactly.
So it was a long-term investment.
And I think, oh my God, there's so many things. So I want to go into this investment piece because it's so important, and how to actually build this
exponential growth. It's kind of like investing your money.
Stock market
goes like
and like, I hope this is okay. I say it. We can cut it out if not. But this friendship was built over a long period of time. It wasn't always sunshine and butterflies. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just so nice. Yeah. Like, that's a red flag, by the way.
Oh, the fake niceness. Oh my! She actually thought that I'm a mean girl. Not mean, but like distant, because I'm very like concerned sometimes.
Friends. Yeah. We worked together years ago, and I thought she didn't like me, but it's just because she was boundaried, and so anyways, then we became really good friends. But it was like, we've poured a lot into this friendship. We've had to have difficult conversations. We've had each other's backs. I remember we were in like disagreements once, and we both had each other's backs in very intense situations. Like,
even when we disagreed with each other.
Even when we disagreed.
I disagreed with you, but I still protected you against the outside world, like family.
100%.
Like you can literally fight with your mom. Yes. But if someone on the street is like, I don't know, screaming at you, your mom's gonna call the cops, right?
100%.
Like, you're fighting at home, but on the street, you're a team. And I feel like female friendships need that.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not on good, like you're going through a rough patch, you shouldn't let the outside world come between you guys.
Exactly. And this is where it's like, it gives you that home base that's like, oh, I can actually walk away from this job that's not in alignment, or that's abusive, or like, if you have a challenge at work, or with it just in your life with a different relationship, it's like they can be there for you and kind of give you their intention, like their
confidence.
And also sometimes we're spiraling in our emotions, and so it's like we can show that maybe that person's intention was pure as well, like not just ill. There's been times where it's like, maybe that person's intention was pure and it was a misunderstanding. And so, but this is earned. This isn't just like, oh, la-di-da, just met you, like best friends. And
there's a lot of it out there.
There's where so a woman
meets you and they invite you everywhere, and they're so nice.
And then they're talking behind your back.
Too nice.
And then they try and sleep with your partner or
like,
whatever.
Why are you calling me babe after knowing me for 2 days? I'm like, I can't call, like,
can I call you babe?
You can call me babe, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, is it just like too nice? It's too uncomfortable. You haven't earned the right to call me babe if you've known me for 2 days, you know? And it's very common.
It's so common.
Men don't call each other like bro. They call each other bro after like they go to high school together or go to university together.
No, I agree. And so women often betray women, in my perspective, to gain. It's like they're wanting that safety, they're wanting that relationship, they're wanting that gravitas, but it's actually working against them, because the way to actually embody that magnetism is to have a solid base of good friends.
And it's about quality, not quantity. I feel like a lot of people nowadays especially focus on quantity. Like the number of friends. Like, oh, I'm so popular, I have 50 friends. I think it's way better to have like 10, 5, 7 solid friends of multiple like years where you can just grow together.
100%.
Oh, I can have like 100 people show up for me for something, because like in that moment, because it's just transactional. I just feel like it's at some point it becomes transactional,
and it's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
it's a waste of,
or like a hookup, but like non-sexual between two women, just in the moment, because there's some sort of life situation that put them in one room.
Yeah.
And they both benefit from it.
From short term.
And then short term, there's no commitment. There's no see me in my worst, like we've seen each other in really, like, there has been days in my life where I'm like, I'm not going to show my face to anybody except 5 or 7 people in this whole world, right?
Yeah.
And you've been one of those people.
Yeah.
And that's so valuable. And I want to think that you've also had some days where you really trusted me and you couldn't trust all those people who called you
literally almost dying in my apartment. I went through a whole thing years ago. It's like 6 years ago.
We all go through a lot.
Yeah, you've seen me at my worst.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people have those days, and but sometimes they don't have anyone because they've already sabotaged that friendship over something silly like male attention or
100%
small, like, or there's work opportunity or a small amount of money. Like for it's different for everybody, but it's the priorities that just like they didn't value that kind of friendship as much as they should have.
They looked at the paradigm of what can I get, and then all of a sudden you're
what can I get in the moment.
Yeah,
not long term.
And let me sabotage something that could have been beautiful. I mean, people do this in relationship, and that could be beautiful for like a short-term dopamine hit or work opportunity that's never going to work out long term because there's no integrity. It wasn't built with integrity. Nothing lasts in this world without integrity. Like intention, integrity. It's like, look at a building. If it's not built on solid ground, it's going to crumble. Nope. And so solid female friendships are so important.
And we don't value them as much in like nowadays society. I've noticed, like my mom, she has so many friends since she was like in elementary school. Some of them actually even before elementary school. And she's around 60 and she has like at least, this is a conservative number, at least 50 women that would they will show up for her if she makes a phone call for her. And they've known her for like 30 years. And when I talked to her about how she cultivated these friendships over time, she said, because I prioritize what's good for everyone, what the outcome will be long term. Do I want to, and it's not always romantic partnership, sometimes it's business. Like she made some decisions that like short term, maybe she lost a potential financial opportunity or potential work opportunity, but because she wanted to add value to a friend's life or cultivate that friendship, like, or maybe she spent a lot of money going somewhere and spending time, a reunion or gathering or just showing up for a friend. And on surface, maybe it looked like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. But long term, she has this army of like 50 plus women that just have each other as their main priority or one of the main priorities. And that just gives her so much confidence. I've noticed she can just say no. She's not in scarcity mode. Like, oh, I have to say yes to this person because I need to be invited to this party, or I really need this deal or this work opportunity, because she has like 100 people offering her opportunities. She can say no.
And no is literally the most magnetic word. Like that's where we have our power. Right. And so I just saw like, it's like an army behind her. When we have a safe place to go, like, it's like, if I have a bad day and I call you up, I'm like, I need to come over. Like your house, you're in your partner's house is like
a sanctuary.
I don't need to like wear makeup. I don't need to put on a facade. I don't need to like look a certain way, or it's like, I can just be me. And that there's so much like release in the nervous system when we have that.
And it's easier for you to not pick up that toxic phone call. Like if you come, but if you're sitting at home just moping and crying and like, oh, why is this happening to me, then it's easier to get, like, if that person who's like not a good presence in your life calls you, then you have no other options but to pick up, because you're hoping there's something that's going to come out of it. But if you're at my place, we're dancing to music, we're eating good food, we're watching something funny, we're talking about life, then you're like, oh, you know what, I'm already over it, I'm having a good time, and this is my safe space.
100%. It's so important. And when women don't have this, what happens is they start to get paranoid, because they're like thinking everybody has bad intentions, including their closest friends, because they're looking at things in a very transactional way. What can I get? Like, they think nobody has their back, and nobody probably does, because the people they're entertaining as friends, community, partners, probably don't have their back, because they're engaging with energies that are like distorted. Does that word make sense? Out of integrity.
Misplaced,
transactional.
I've seen a lot of transactional friendships recently. Honestly, it just makes me sick to my stomach sometimes.
Sick too. And it's like, when we're hanging out, I never have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, like what's Rose trying to like get from me? I love inviting you to like places. Like I love like Kenmore or like whatever.
Because I'm not gonna steal your connections or steal your friends or take your stuff and just like use your, you know, opportunities or things that you have to offer.
Exactly. And this, I have had people in my life that did that. It never lasts long term.
And sometimes they try to destroy your friendships with other people, just like we had an experience last year. Yeah. Because they don't have it and they understand that it's so strong, like what we have is so strong. Yeah. So they want to come in between us. Yeah. And destroy it so they can take advantage of it. Because I remember.
We are going to pause this episode here. We'll be back on the next episode to talk more about why betraying female friendships negatively impacts all areas of your life, your relationship with men, your business, your work, your joy, your happiness, your stability, all of it. And then how to actually build long-term solid female friendships and have women show up for you, especially when you need it most.